Based in the Ardennes countryside, Spa hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925. This historic track is loved by our drivers and fans alike, so it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix.
Hello, hello, yes. We are back on F122 with the social race in WR on this amazing track in Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps. And this time as well with a sprint format we were going to test out, and I can say already, this is amazing. I love the sprint format, and let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do in qualification. So, heading down to turn 1 in La Source, braking around 70 meters. It was a bit too early as I clipped that curb, and you don't want it because it will compromise your exit speed. And for this long straight, going upwards to Eau Rouge, one of the best corners, you want to go as fast as possible, so it wasn't the best. And open DRS for Camel Straight, going, yeah, like more than 340 kilometers per hour, and clipping both curbs. Maybe not the fastest, but for my setup, worked pretty nicely. So it was all good, looking very okay and solid. Shifting down to third, to fifth again for the best traction out of these corners. Hitting the curb again, and we are just getting out of that corner of the new speakers corner. But now we are going to the fast double gauge. It's so nicely if you just hook that corner up. But yeah, it was a bit too safe, and hitting that curb to the right, to the left, it was all done pretty nicely. Maybe in fifth would be better, but as again, my setup was a bit unstable, so could not really do that. Because yeah, I made it low down for setup, so I had an advance on straight, and I hope that this would help me a lot in the real race, just in the sprint and the future race. But yeah, we will see that in in the real sprint race, of course. So let's see, going to bus stop, last few corners, and let's see what we can get on board. Bit wide here, not the best exit as well, so I lost a lot of time there. And yeah, 0.8. Not the greatest, but we have time on board, and that's more important. So let's see what we can do in our second run. So heading down towards turn 1, La Source again. A bit better, a bit of a lockup, but yeah, you can see already with this exit you get so much more speed, and it will just go down in delta and more, and that's what we want. Going further in green and taking a risk pretty nicely. So opening the DRS again for Camel Straight, and let's see if we can get a better lap time on board. So braking at the end of this curb, around 50 meters, missing the first curb, but clipping the second one, and as you can see in the delta, it's just going up and up and up. So short shifting to third, trying to go to fifth, but as you can see, yeah, too early on throttle. Ah, fuck. Really annoyed by it, because it felt like good first sector. But yeah, we have all to play for still. It's only the second attempt, and we know we can do it in the third attempt. So we have still time on board to do it another time. So let's see if we can improve our lap with a 0.8 and get a P1, because that's always what you want in qualification. So making the corner as much as possible to get as much speed to the finish line to start our lap. So let's see if we can improve. Braking around 70 meters again. A bit too late, but as you can see, this line was just perfect, because we got the best exit out of here. Already gaining more than 10. Going up in Rouge, pretty nicely done again. And then opening the DRS as quick as possible for to maximize the speed of this long straight of Camel. And yep, braking around 50 meter, clipping the first curb, clipping the second curb, going as wide as possible to get the maximum speed through these corners, and it was all looking pretty nicely. Okay, back to third, staying as close to the right to the curb, and then taking as much speed to those corners, because yeah, again, pretty long straight. So as fast as you go through the corners, the more speed and more time you gain. And yeah, I saw here, I made a bit of a mistake, because I had more room on the right side, and if I go faster, your car will push wide. But still, it's all looking very solid, as I bit missed the apex on the left side, I saw. But still, it's all looking quite good. and we are more than 3 tenths up. So we see, and I knew already that Wilson had .4 at pole position. So are we able to score this pole position? And can we improve more in the last few corners to just snitch that pole position of Wilson for now? And braking as late as possible with bus stop. Bit too early, as I saw, but looking all quite nicely and very good exit. Trying to minimize the distance to the finish line and pole position. For now at least.
Good enough.
But as you can hear me say, I already thought it would not be enough, .4. So let's see. Yep, Matthew just clear of the rest of the field with a .1. But surprised that I was still in P2 with that .4. But as you can see, it's really close from P5 to P2. So it will be tight in the race. So I was quite happy with his position. So let's see what he can do in the race.
0.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high quality racing as well. Simply put, there really is no place quite like it.
So as you can see, the race strategy for this race, it's just a sprint race, so just only one tire, no pit stop needed. So I went for the mediums, of course. Just the hards are just not going to work for this. So as you can see, everyone in the top 5 has selected the mediums. So it will be a fair fight with the tire choices. And let's see if we can get purple. Yes. As you hear my engineer say, let's do it. So 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. Let's see if we can get a good start. A bit of wheel spin in the second phase of the start. So not a perfect start. And you see Wilson already diving down the inside. That compromised my line through the turn 1 exit. So you see already Matthew is going to be blasting away. It's not what we want in the first lap. We want to try to be close to him, to have a potential attack, of course. But yeah, we were more on the defense because Wilson, he was so close behind. And yeah, I tried to stay in the middle because I didn't want him to dive totally or just going around outside. As you can see in the replay now.
Along in P8 and 9 respectively there. But here comes Wilson attacking PLAKKIE. And this is going to be music to Matthew's ears as they run down the Kemmel Straight. As here comes Wilson, unable to make the move into turn 5.
As you could see, he was so close behind my rear wing. Luckily we didn't crash, so I stayed in P2, but I tried to close down the gap with Matthew, but felt like with my setup I had no confidence in second 2. I was losing time the whole time there, but on the straights I had pretty low downforce setup, so it was helping in straights, but I burned a lot of ERS already, 41% of ERS. So yeah, I know I can't burn a lot, so when I'm leading train they will have DRS, and with me with 1.1 I need to close it down, but I know I'm a lot slower in middle sector. I had zero confidence on traction, so that's something to look for, into for the next races, of course. But yeah, the setup helped me, but also it held me back. I knew I could do more, but still in P2, so all to gain for. And if we can hold in this position, we have a good position, good points already for the second race. Because yeah, this is a sprint format. We will start on this position for the real race. But as you can see, Wilson is with the DRS way faster on the straight, so I needed to burn a bit, and I didn't gain it back that quickly, so that was quite a problem. And as you can see as well, Matthew was just driving away. So I was just focusing on my position and trying to defend for Wilson, but also I kept in mind, like, if I fight too hard I can lose more positions from behind. So it was stressful, and yeah, at this point I saw him coming. Yeah, I can go to the middle, but yeah, it was just, yeah, I fought not that hard, and as I'm looking back I should have defended position and just hold him up more. Because right away I got Smokey just behind me and attacking me already, and Wilson's trying to blast away again. But let's see my defensive move against Smokey.
Unable to do anything with that. and PLAKKIE actually struggling through turn 6, sorry, and nearly lets Smokey through. That's a really, and Smokey's just weaving behind, trying to get the move done.
Smokey was going to get him there on the exit, but PLAKKIE positioning his car absolutely beautifully there. Nothing Smokey could do.
As you can hear Ryan say, I placed my car beautiful on Bruxelles. So yeah, he could not really do anything, but as you can see now, Wilson had made a mistake in bus stop. And yeah, it compromised my run out of there, and I'm right at the rear of him. But as I am going to La Source, turn 1, I stayed in third, and that was my mistake, because when I stayed in third with my setup, I got a lot of wheel spin, and this compromised my line to a Rose and Camel Straight, and this is the spot to overtake, of course. So Smokey had a really good opportunity, and again, I stayed on the left side. I stayed just on the racing line. I should have gone to the right side. And yeah, he broke later, so it was just, yeah, a stupid mistake for me, because I defended like if I didn't have to race those guys, but it was for P3 and P2, but I defended like, okay, lap 5, I have always to go, but there are only 3 left. So when I'm looking at this back, I should have done defend way harder. But yeah, again, another mistake. I don't know what I had in this sprint race, but I was totally not in the mood and not in the zone, because I had just zero confidence with everything, traction, cornering, yeah, and also defending. Sometimes it was just okay, but as you could see on the straights, I just didn't do anything. Yeah, and against this, yeah, could not do anything, as I had no ERS anymore. It was just not that smart play for me, for myself, so turn away a good position for the next race. But yeah, that's a good thing about sprint races. If you have a bad race, you get always a second race. But yeah, as you can see, no ERS. Skitzer had just also flashing lights, but probably no ERS, but with the DRS it helped him to pass me. And as you can hear me, I was a bit annoyed about my race. Just as I'm also looking back at it, I just have done a poor race. Just no confidence, no commitment. But yeah, anyway, let's see if we can hold to 6th place, because we see Venom also closing down with Nick. But luckily Venom has 3 seconds, so that will not be the case. But in the end, P6
race pace was nowhere.
As you can say, the race pace was nowhere. But anyway, P6, so we know we have a long 50% race in the future race, so a lot of guys are on meets. So let's see what he can do. And the strat was meets to hards again. Well, meets to hards for this race. So starting on the mediums again, hopefully with more confidence and more race pace. But yeah, we have the same setup still, so let's see if I have more confidence on the race now than before. And as you see,
M-Race is spun.
M-Race is spinning around before the start. It's not always that nice for your race. And as we get purple again. Perfect. So yeah, that's perfect for a good start, of course. So let's see if we can get a good start. M-Race is ahead after the spinning, but let's see if we can get a good start. Initially we get a good launch, but then just, we settled down. Nothing really happened. On the outside, as you can see, cars on the inside, but we are clear, so no troubles. But burned a bit of ERS here, and that was probably my mistake, as I am now too close, and now again a bit wide through a roost. With my setup, had no confidence at all there, so it wasn't great. You can see me squeezing Venom to the left. I broke too early, and then
Mate,
he shoved me off, and
when I leave room, do the same.
costed me 2 positions, and I was really annoyed by it. But yeah, that's hard racing, we would say afterwards. But yeah, P8. Again, 2 positions lost. So from the sprint race from P2 to P8, it's just not what we want. And not good for the race, of course. But yeah, P8, still a long race ahead, so if we have really pace, let's see if we can get back. As Jack made a bit of a mistake, so we made a very nicely switch back. So it's now a drag race to turn 1. And we brake a little bit later to go around the outside of him. And I got a lovely exit out of here. It costed me in track limit.
Warning for this.
But it's P7 now. With a lovely overtake, so quite happy with it. As you can see, I had quite good straight line speed, so maybe it was my advantage to attack Skitzer, but nah. He was too far ahead, so turn my ERS. Yeah, turn my overtake button off again. Just stay behind him, but it was very nicely done. So
The outside,
let's see how the move was.
I think Jack's going to hold on for the time being.
Yeah, it's not over just yet. PLAKKIE's going to go around the outside and he holds it nicely. Going up to a route now. Nicely done there from PLAKKIE. That was a to clear.
So as you can hear, nice overtake. But as we are going through those laps, there was just a safety car. So it was time for pit because yeah, 5 laps in with mediums. If you pit now, it's a free pit stop and we can go to the end with the hards. So that's what we did and that's what we chose. But as you can see, the car just broke there, purple, luckily, because yeah, if you go clicking on the pit stop button for before 0.5 seconds, then you have always purple. So use that tip for the next pit stops if you want it. If you want purple every time, just press it before 0.5 and then you have it. But yeah, I didn't lose position, so still with hearts in the same position, so all good. So let's see if we can get Venom and maybe more guys, of course, ahead to get more yeah, maybe even a podium. But let's see what we can do first. Yeah, I was a bit relaxed behind, not really trying to force my way again in, and again on trouble, losing the car a bit. Still, yeah, it was quite tricky with the traction, but yeah, also the hearts didn't help, of course. But we are just safe now, so let's see if they make a mistake, we can benefit from it. But for now, just let's see what we can do. As they are in front going side by side, as there were 2 guys at top front with no pit stop. But that was Piers or Nick with old hearts, and it was Ref Capitator with also old hearts. So if you are behind them, we need to pass them as quick as possible, of course, because we don't want to be held by those older tires. As you can see, Ref side by side with Wilson there, and yeah, those were teammates, but they didn't really help each other. But yeah, luckily my front wing was still intact with this, as it could be end in tears. As you can see, the right side, it's not just green, luckily. Yeah, here we are behind Ref. I noticed he burned a lot of ERS in the straights. But he made a bit of a mistake there, and Venom as well. So let's see if we can benefit from it to overtake him. So I was looking for the inside, and as I was looking, it was going a bit wide, so we dived from the inside and then made a lovely move. Just positioning my car perfectly and just make a clean pass. Also GG to him, make it clean as well. So we are now behind Venom, making our way up again pretty nicely. So P7 again. Not what we want, because we started P6 and we aren't gaining any position, we're only losing positions. But if we pass Venom now, yeah, with the DRS help, and he had no ERS left, so we are back in our old grid slot, P6. So that's always positive. Better than stay in position and lose position, I would say. And P6 is not too bad, especially with this competitive grid. But yeah, as you can see, it's 1.9. It was just, yeah, the gap was just keeping the same, because yeah, they were in DRS train and I was sort of leaving car. But as you can see, Matthew, who dominated the first race, crashed out. and brought out the safety car. It was just like, yeah, I didn't see that coming because he just was clear in the qualification and the sprint race. So him out, the whole route brought many opportunities for myself and of course for other guys. But as we are going to pit again, I thought we will double stack because Smokey pitting as well, because he was in front. But as you can see, my car is just stopping there. It just, I don't know why, but anyway, going for the softs. But yeah, we lost position because of that. It's just so stupid. Why is ghosting not on then? Why is my car just stopping because of cars coming out of their pistol box? It should be in the fast lane, you will always be ahead and not stopping because of the car going out of the pit box. But anyway, we are going on again. Let's see if we can get a podium. Because yeah, P1 is just ahead and I knew that Nick pit for new mediums and Smokey was on old hards. So I knew I was third running soft. So with a bit of luck maybe, yeah, and of course good driving, you can get the positions. But yeah, Venom was quite behind them as well, and this helped me a bit up, as I felt in the beginning just faster. But yeah, nothing really I could do, and didn't want to spam my RS again because I know how costly that is for a race pace. But if we move on, you can see them all taking up, and just it was lovely to see it. Just hard racing, just fun racing. But yeah, and we are up there, so all to play for. So it really motivated me to just go fast and fast and just getting an even podium or even more. It's just really nice to be up there, and I'm really loving this game and just to be up there as well. So I hope I can give it the space and just fighting in front. And as you can see, Wilson is just not that fast in a straight line, but as well he's just lagging out and decycling all the time. But yeah,
he lagged out for me.
Yeah, as you can hear me say, he lagged out, but we were driving in each other. But yeah, as a driver you won't stop and just drive behind a ghost car. You will just drive your own race and just drive your own line stand. And yeah, it was just not helping for Wilson, as he was also on old hards and I was on fresh soft, so it didn't really help his race, so very unlucky for him. As you can see, Peter Nick a bit wide, and that settled Venom, and he made a mistake on the exit there, so it was a free position for me, of course, pretty nicely. I would always take those positions. As you can see now, Skitzer is P1, miles ahead with softs now, so it's looking like he's gonna win the race, as I need to defend from Venom still. But ahead you can see Nick and Smokey also fighting each other, so I had a chance for podium, I saw, because Smokey on hards and I'm on softs, and yeah, softs are going to drop in the end, of course. As you can hear my engineer say it now. But
yeah, it's looking interesting. I feel Cypher.
You see me now attacking on Smokey.
And as you can see, PLAKKIE again, a beautiful run. He's going to go to the outside.
And going around the outside of the teammates, WR Smokey. And I got on the curb, pushed my car a bit wide, and therefore I pushed him also very wide. But this is position done. It was hard racing, it was still clean racing. So up in P3 again, in podium position. Had PSR Nick with mediums and Skisser with the softs, of course. But yeah, can we hold this position? But as you can see already, I'm struggling. No ERS anymore. Yeah, could not really fight against him. Just my tires were just dropping more and more. And as you can see, Venom is just going up, and that arrow was very quick and very close to me, to my rear wing. So a bit scared of that. But as you can see already, skipped to the final lap, and Pitsty with a very good run on me. He was on the mediums. In the end, probably the better tire, but still lovely fighting. Very, very hard, but still clean. Giving each other enough respect. So all to fair play for that lovely move from him for his side. So, but in the end, P5 from
GG.
Yeah, from P6 to P8 to P5.
Mediums were in the end the way to go.
Quite happy with it. So yeah, I hope you liked this commentary of just WR Social Race again. And as you can see, the overall point scores 4th. So the sprint race was not too bad.
Mediums, but not too bad.
As you can hear, not too bad. So I want to thank everyone for watching and see you later. Cheers.